In episode 7 of Studio Effects, I'm going to mention noise gates. I should have put these with the dynamics, really, because it's kind of the same thing. But this is, again, a corrective tool. Now, if you've got a guitar, I've got my guitar solo here from this tune. If you've got a guitarist who's put their guitar through an amp that's got quite a lot of distortion on, there's quite a lot of hiss and noise and hum and all sorts of buzzing that comes out of that amplifier. It's characteristic of an electric guitar, of course, but if you've got a recording where you've got this sort of buzzing going on in the background or some little sort of shakes or pops or things that you don't want, you can use a noise gate. Now, you've got to be obviously very careful with this because you don't want to switch things off that you don't want to switch off. So that's what a noise gate does. Below a certain level of audio, it will shut completely, which means that you don't get any of your buzzing anymore if the buzzing is below that threshold. So if I play the guitar solo just back with no noise gate, now, in between those phrases, there are little noises. I mean, it's an electric guitar, so there's going to be those sort of things. It's a physical thing. But at the beginning, you heard a little bit of noise there. If I switch the noise gate in, you won't hear it anymore. Now, it's left the other things untouched. If I was to turn the threshold up, this is a bit like the compressor. The noise gate acts at a certain threshold below the 0 dB maximum. Missed the first note. So you've got to lower the threshold until it gets the first note. However, there is an attack control here as well. It's taken off those sort of nice little sort of top-end nuances of the beginnings of the notes. So we have other things here that allow you to sort of circumvent that problem. We also have a reduction control, which is how much that noise gate shuts. So we've got minus 100 dB, which is huge, and 0 dB has no effect at all. So you can opt to reduce the noise only by a certain amount. Now that's quite a safe thing there, really, because it allows you to literally, you can kind of, any problems will just be reduced a little bit rather than got rid of completely. So the noise at the beginning, for example, if I set it at 0, there's your noise. I could set it at minus 10 or something, so the noise is still there, but much reduced. So that is a safety margin thing there. Now, I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. Now, if we look at attack, that is how quickly the gate opens or closes. I'm going to set the threshold a little bit higher so you can hear that a bit better. We have an open and close light here. That's usual. You'd find that on a physical gate as well, whether it be a 19-inch rack. There will always be a light that says when it's open. You can opt to hold the gate open for a certain time, regardless of whether the sound has gone below the threshold again. 310 milliseconds, 0.3 seconds, that's all right. And then the release time, you could you could hold it for 0, but the thing will not actually shut at all before the release time is elapsed. If I play that without any noise gate at all, it's looking for a scrappy bit of it, really. Now, those two notes at the end, let's put the noise gate back in and see if it allows those through. No, it doesn't. So that's the other problem with the noise gate, is it will, if you've got any sort of note decay, you could come unstuck with that. Now, you can opt to switch that on or off via automation so that you could look after the entire guitar solo, but at the end you can leave that without a gate at all. So you can opt to look ahead by a certain amount. Now that's something you couldn't do with a physical gate. The thing will look ahead and work out what's going to happen. That's pretty useful. Now, above all, be very careful with these. The noise gate it's something that really is corrective, but it could be something that is correcting a problem that could have been prevented in the first place. Now, we do also have something called a de-noiser. Now, if I have, for example, if I really ramp the top end of this right up, I've still got a noise gate on. Take the noise gate off. If I put a de-noiser on, now this is something that you may find on some of your digital audio workstations. I've forgotten where it is now. De-noiser. Oh. Yeah, this is where it's changed in this version of Logic. But essentially what you have is something that allows you to take the noise away, but it always, always, always leaves you with a little bit of a nasty sound. And I think they've taken it away from Logic 7. I'm not surprised because it's not very good. Well, there we go. End of episode. Now, that's another corrective effect, the noise gate. Use it with caution, but you can use this to really tidy up things. Now, of course, on a digital audio workstation, you could opt to actually take that portion of the sound away. So you could take all that silence away and you can put fades on. So the noise gate really is something that is a last resort only.